Welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. We're in the heifer barn practicing some state-of-the-art feeding like we should. But we're not going to be in here for long because we got another busy day ahead of us. So of course the first thing that's always got to get done is we got to get chores done. So I'm starting here in the pre-fresh. I'm looking for cows that are maybe going to have calves today or tomorrow. There's not really a lot of that are that close here right now. They're all due more towards like the end of the month. But at the same time, I'm chasing them over to the other side so that I can scrape this alley. Now the rest of the barn has automatic alley scrapers in it, as you guys might have seen in past videos. But in our pre-fresh we don't have automatic scrapers because of the risk that a calf might be born in this pen and then it would essentially end up in the pit, and well, that wouldn't be good. So yeah, got all the cows chased over to the opposite side, so now I can proceed to scraping this feed alley side. I got one side scraped, and we just about got all the cows moved over from this side, and we'll be ready to scrape this side. Actually, that cow there, I think I'm going to sort her out because she looks like she's starting to bag up, and I had a heifer yesterday that calved a little bit early, so I'm betting she'll maybe do the same. Just gonna go ahead, turn her around. This other cow too. We'll push them over here. That pen's empty anyways over there in the bedding pack, so I'm not worried about throwing a couple cows in there. If they stay there a little while, it's fine. Come on, girly. Pre-fresh is cleaned out, ready for bedding. Wednesday is our bedding day in there. It gets bedded once a week in the stalls, and then bedding pack is, you know, usually about once a week unless it gets wet. Also, the new dry cow stalls are all in. Took us a total of 3 days. But yeah, if you want to watch that video, I'll put a little thingamajigger in there, so it'll take you right there. So here's maybe going to be more of the exciting part of today. We got the Caterpillar over here, but we got some off-road trucks here today. They're going to be hauling our fill in for the rest of this barn. We're working on taking a hillside out on top of the hill, taking the sand from there, hauling it down here, and then we'll just pull that clay and topsoil back over the hill when we're finished. But that's 2 loads. I don't know how big these trucks are, but I think it's going to take quite a few more to get this hole filled in to be level with the rest of it. Not to mention the fact that that truck just sunk in that far. I think we're gonna need a couple more loads just to refinish the top of this. But that's enough about dirt, because we got some more important things to take care of right now. So a little bit of a sad day here, because I just told you guys about how 49.99 was like my favorite cow, but she just after that video she came down with a slight case of mastitis. So been treating her for 2 days now. She's on her 3rd day today, or her 3rd shot she'll get. So let's see how well she's healing up. So she's a left rear quarter. You can see how it's a little bit more swollen than the other one. That is because of the infection. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna strip that teat out. We're gonna get any clots or gunk out of there that's built up. Seems to be a lot better already. There's only a couple small clots I saw come out. Her milk is nice and white. So next step is to disinfect the teat end. I tried to stay more towards just the end of the teat end, because that's really the only point we have of contact when we treat it, so I don't want to waste good alcohol on the rest of the teat. So we're gonna just stick the tip of that shot in to the quarter, shoot it up there, then we're gonna give her a little bag lift, help that medicine get up into the rest of her quarter. This 5039, she's an example of a different type of mastitis. This is her right front quarter. As you can see, comparing it to that $49.99's milk, it almost looks like water. And that's because it's watery mastitis, or a chronic mastitis. We treat that a little differently here. So in this quarter, I'm gonna strip it out just like I did. You can usually tell when they have chronic mastitis, their bags often swell up a lot harder. I caught her pretty early, I'd like to say, and luckily she's not in terrible condition from it right now. So I'm treating her right rear and her right front. Her right front is her bad one, but it did flag her in the robots for right rear. So I'm treating both right away. So we'll get these stripped out and we'll go to the next part of the process. So for this treatment, I'm using this Spectra Mass. I think it works better for these watery mastitis cows. There might not be any truth to that, but I like to believe it. I'm going to treat both quarters just like that 99. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of massage that bag a little bit, help it work up in there. We can hopefully keep helping heal this cow. Then on top of that Spectra Mass treatment, I used the Poron Banami. There's been a bigger push that it's supposed to work well versus just a shot of Banami. But I guess we're kind of experimenting with that. I've never used it before, so that's my first time with that. So I'm gonna take a minute here to show you guys kind of the difference between just a regular old mastitis case and that watery mastitis case you saw there. So looking at $49.99, you can see here right around the 7th, she started coming down with mastitis. If we look at her daily here, you can see was giving about 120 pounds, dropped down 267. And now it kind of came up a little bit. Looking at her behavior, if it'll load, you can see rumination, that's this blue line here, dropped way down. Treated it for mastitis here. Now it's coming back up, so she is eating again. She should be coming around. Now we look up this 50-39. Start here at quality, like we did on 99. You can see it flagged her for watery milk here, but her conductivity way higher. Milk drop went from like 30 to I think she was milking about 50 pounds every milking. Dropped right down to about 8 pounds. Looking at her daily, she was 100-pound cow, kind of high 90s, mid 90s, dropped down to 7. And that's not good at all. Looking at her rumination here, she was doing good, way up high here. All of a sudden, bam, slam right to the ground, quit eating. I'm guessing, honestly, when it comes to like chronic mastitis or toxic mastitis, a lot of times it'll come from the feed. So obviously she got a really bad bite of something, almost kind of shut her system down for a little bit there, but treated her here on the 8th here, and ever since that, her rumination has come up to here, dropped down a little bit, but I think she's going to recover from this. So hopefully that kind of helps you guys understand a little bit of what these cows go through in the case of mastitis, and what different mastitis is, why they have to be treated differently, and why that watery mastitis, we did a lot more with her than we did that 99, which was kind of more a mediocre case of it. So that being said, we're gonna head on to our next project here. These are some off-roading machines. So I think I'm gonna head over there, level off what they got so far, just so they don't have to deal with the piles in their way. And then see where else we got to go. But that time I was in there taking care of those cows, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, looks like 7 loads. So they're really sinking in here too. This looks like it's gonna be a fun time for those boys. So Dad's out there, he's leveling her off. I gotta say, she's a soft one out there for sure. So we're making some progress filling in the sides here. I don't know how close I am, but it looks pretty close. Dad's up there getting the transit set up so we can get exactly where we want to be. Trucks are definitely still sinking. We're gonna dump a couple more loads in here to hopefully stiffen that up. I don't know how much it's really gonna do, but yeah, I guess we'll just keep trucking with this. Updates. We got this northwest corner up the height. Dad's going around marking where we gotta be all the rest of the way around. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot more because judging from the looks of it over there, we got about probably what? So he's a foot above the ground right now with the transit. So we got a bit more dirt to haul in here, so stay tuned. Slowly getting there. All this back here is leveled off. Just going along with the transit, making sure everything stays perfect. It'll kick me out of my seat. A little bit angry. Don't tell him I said that. But we're getting her. Should have her wrapped up here not too long. Starting to come around, turn into something. Got this will be the front barn, and then you come around here, we got it staked out. We'll have a connection for the two barns right here, so we got to fill this in, and then we need to go back and level that off. I'm pretty sure it's too high. I don't know, transit was messed up, or we're seeing things or what, but it looks too low, but transit says it's too high. So we're just gonna work our way around. We'll bring this dirt in, just keep following it around and work our way back to the west there. Hopefully we don't have to dig down as far as we think we have to. Well, it took almost all day, but finally got her. It's all leveled off, and well, as close as we're gonna get it ready for concrete. So there'll be our first barn here, second barn there, and then a breezeway over there, kind of where that cat sits. And then we got a driveway here. But I think we're probably gonna still need a little bit more fill around the edges. We'll try to bring in some clay or something just so we can get this filled in without using so much topsoil. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.